Slay the Stars is a 5th edition actual play and is the brainchild of 3 friends with one goal: to share an epic story with people who want to listen. Content warning, we do curse a bit, so if you're a child or that's not your thing, this might not be for you. We play by the rules, but we are not afraid to stretch them a bit for the sake of fun. And bad calls happen, and when they do, let's talk about it. Reach out on social media and start some discourse. We would love to hear from you, but please leave the negativity at the door. We want to form a community that's based in positivity and mutual enjoyment of this hobby that we all love. Now, let's begin our story.
When last we left off, the two of you had fled Saltspire in the cart with the horse that you stole from Char's old friend, Gideon the blacksmith.
My bad.
You made your way down the road for a few hours until night started to fall. You pulled off to the side of the road, bedded down for the night. Zamira, you set an alarm spell so that the two of you could get some much-needed rest. At some point, you're not quite sure what time it is because it's still dark and you're a little out of it. Zamira, in your head, you start hearing alarm bells.
I'm going to sit straight up.
Okay.
Like straight up Scooby-Doo, sit straight up?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You sit straight up. You look around. Does alarm tell you what it is or just that something has tripped the alarm spell?
It says that I get a mental alarm alerts you to a ping in your mind if you are within 1 mile of the warded area. This ping awakens you if you are sleeping. That's all it says.
Okay. You sit straight up and you look around and you don't see any humanoid figures. And you start to listen. I need you to roll me a perception check.
I didn't see anything.
9.
You don't immediately notice anything around you.
Char. I'm going to
What?
hit your leg.
Yeah, what? I'm also going to sit straight up.
Like Dracula up out of his
Oh
coffin.
my god, yes. So much better than Scooby-Doo.
The alarm's going off.
What? He's going to grab for his katana.
You start to hear the horse whinnying loudly. Like, slightly distressed. Not like it's being attacked, but like it senses there's something weird here.
Is it still night?
It is still nighttime.
Okay, I'm going to just tap you on the shoulder. 300 feet of dark vision.
Okay. Shit.
I'm going to poke my head out the front of the cart.
At this point...
Then he gets decapitated.
Yeah. Like a guillotine. This is the second time! Forgot to mention, this is a hardcore campaign, guys.
You made it to episode 3. Welcome to death.
Can I, while this is happening, can I cast shield on myself?
Yes. Well, so it only lasts a round, so you might want to wait. Do you mean mage armor?
I did mean mage armor, yes.
Okay, perfect. So you cast mage armor on yourself.
Shield's a reaction, too.
Yeah. Yes. So, Char, you look out and you don't see anything yet, but you hear like a, I can't make the noise and it's going to sound like a pig if I try to make it, a loud like snuffling noise, something sniffing around the campsite.
Okay. I don't see anything, though.
No, you don't see anything yet.
I'm going to cautiously step further out of the cart and see if I see anything.
Okay.
Like, I'm making... The horse is okay, right?
Yeah. So you see the horse. It's tied up off to maybe like 10 feet away, up against a tree. And it's looking back towards you and it's sort of like pawing at the ground and its eyes are very wide. And so you kind of step out and you look over and you see a large black bear that's sniffing around the wagon.
Bear. It's a bear. It's a fucking bear.
A whole ass bear.
Yeah, no, what? Half-ass bear. Yes, a whole ass bear.
Oh my god. What do we do?
Turn my phone off silent is what I need. I don't know. I'm going to start with Bane.
Okay. Describe to me what that looks like whenever you try to bane the bear.
Try to. I did not like how that was worded.
Well, it has to make a save, right?
It is. It is a charisma 13.
That's unfortunate for the bear. That's a 6. The bear fails. So what's it look like when the bear gets baned?
I like to imagine that Bane, like, because it's celestial, instead of it being, like, magically, like, affecting him, just, like, it just blurs his vision.
Okay.
Like, senses. Like, and they, like, the nose, like, loses a little color, the eyes lose a little color, the ears lose a little color. Like, that's what it's going after, is senses.
Okay. The bear sort of, like, stumbles a little bit, and it shakes its head, and it turns around and looks at you, and it lets out this blood-curdling roar. And it starts to charge towards you. I'm
going to tuck and roll away from the cart so it doesn't, like, come at the cart.
Okay.
The cart.
Okay, perfect. I need you all to, well, both to roll.
Initiative.
You do.
Oh. Okay, so we're starting with a good initiative. Okay.
What'd you get?
Looking for 21.
10. I rolled a 7 and a 9.
The bear is charging towards you, Char. You dive off the wagon so that it doesn't immediately start destroying your cart. You are up first, though. What are you doing, Char?
One smack across the face with a katana, maybe?
Go for it.
19 plus something.
Yeah, that hits.
Let's see, where's my attacks? Actions. One katana. That makes more sense. 6 damage. Lightning.
Okay, you crack the bear across the nose, and it snarls and rears back.
And then, bonus action, key point, patient defense.
All right. It is the bear's turn. It is banned. It is going to just make both of its attacks at the one person it can see. Disadvantage. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a 4. So it goes to swipe at you with its claws, whiffs, and then it's going to try to lunge at you to bite you. That is a 5. Between you evading and the bane, this thing is hurting and struggling. Zem, you hear a lot of growling and shuffling, and I imagine Char screaming "Ah!" while he's fighting this bear.
Son of...
What you doing, Zem?
I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at it.
Okay.
All right, so this is a 16.
16 hits.
And that is a... It's just straight 1d12. Wait a minute, that's not right. Sorry, that was a 15 to hit.
That still hits.
And then it is a 9
Which bolt?
damage. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not concentrating on anything else, right?
No.
Okay, Zamira, you rush out of the back of the cart. You see what's happening. You summon this witch bolt, and it crashes into the bear. And the bear is already sort of like stumbling a bit. It looks terrible. Anything else for your turn? Bonus action?
I actually have to walk that back. That was not a 9. That was a 5.
For the damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
you can see my rolls too.
Yeah, I can. And I just realized that I can do the damage here, and I should do the damage here because it calculates all that crap for me. So that's what I'll do going forward. But
Thanks, unnamed computer system.
yes. But I just wanted to make sure that I calculated that correctly, and I didn't. So anyway, it's a 5 for the damage. But for my bonus action, I'm going to just ready my dagger in case it charges me after connecting with that thing, but that's all I'm doing.
Okay. Shara, back to you.
Okay, full action dodge. Bonus action, I'm just going to try to get it to leave. Just go. Just get out of here.
Okay. Okay.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
I'm going to do like that weird flail, just like, get back up.
Back! Get back! The bear, seeing you kind of backing off a little bit, trying to shoo it away, glances around and it starts to like carefully like back its way out of the situation and remove itself rather than fight to the death. Char, however, I would like for you to roll me a perception check. Actually, make it nature. What am I talking about? Make it a nature check.
Oh, that's how they do it. Okay. Nature check. 6. I think it worked. No, I'm just kidding.
The bear looked off to you, but it could have been a simple reaction from the witch bolt or from the Bane spell that you put on it. You're not sure, but there was something strange about it. Its hair was a little patchy. Its eyes looked a little strange, but you can't really pinpoint what was going on. And at this point, it sort of lumbers off back towards like more foliage.
Okay. I'm going to... and relax. Okay. We did it. Just look back at Zem.
What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god.
You didn't, like, kill it on your next turn, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh, did you kill it on your next turn?
Because you have Witch Bolt held as concentration.
No, if it left, I was leaving it because I'm not trying to provoke it back
Cool.
into combat. No,
I
I
just
would
want to
have.
make sure.
If it left, I would have dropped.
Because my and relax would have been like, ah, shit.
No, I'm a little tired of getting attacked and or tried to be kidnapped and or otherwise threatened. I just want to sleep.
It's fine. Just go back to sleep then. I'll take first watch.
I mean, alarm is still up and it worked.
Yeah, I can't deny that because I did not get hit.
I mean, you should just try to sleep too.
Okay, I'm going to check on the horse though, for sure. I'm going to
Okay.
double check, make sure the bear is not like trying to get near it, like on the side.
Yeah, I mean, the bear went off in a different direction, and you take a moment, check on the horse. The horse seems fine. The horse is calming down. You don't notice any other disturbances. Things are pretty quiet.
Okay. Yeah, I can go back to sleep. I'll go back to sleep. Doesn't even make it to the cart completely. He's just kind of like halfway in the cart.
Exhausted.
Two of you head back to get some more rest. Zamira, while you're sleeping, you are still very tired. Your dreams are still unfocused. You're not getting that long, coherent dream that you're used to. But this time things are coming at you in flashes. And I would like for you to roll me a charisma check. Okay.
14 plus. So 16 total.
Okay. There are a couple things that stand out to you. And the first is that symbol that you saw on Char's necklace. And you keep seeing it flash into your vision, ablaze, fire burning brightly, just set in a dark background. Another thing is the shop in Oceangarde that you had been to with Delius a few times to pick items up. It's called the Golden Tract. Just the sign keeps popping into your focus.
Okay.
And those are the two things that really stand out to you.
Okay.
You may also roll your portents.
9 and 15.
Okay.
Okay, so... Okay.
Sure, your dreams tonight are less troubled. You are still seeing that man, but it's different now. Instead of seeing the moment of him passing, of you casting that spell, you're having normal dreams. A dream that people would think is standard, walking through a garden or sitting at dinner with friends and family, and you keep seeing the man in the peripheral, just looking at you.
If I turn to see him, he's just not there, right? It's just like permanently on the peripheral?
Yeah, permanently on the peripheral.
So not trauma-inducing, but just disheartening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because a lot of your dreams are pleasant. You're dreaming about happy moments from your life, and then that image shows up and it jolts you out of those happy moments.
I'm just gonna wake up and stare at the roof of the cart. I'm assuming there's like a
There's like a
drapery.
canvas roof, yeah.
Just okay. Yep. I deserve that.
I feel like I can sense your turmoil. So I'm just going to leave the cart and take care of my own things, and then maybe start a small fire for making tea and work in my journal, but give you space.
Okay.
But I'm gonna prepare tea for both of us.
10, 15 minutes later, after he deals with some shit, just okay. I would love to try that tea. Oh, you're ahead of me. Okay.
Yeah, here you go.
Thank you. Whew. Really clears the sinuses. Okay.
You get used to it. It's really good.
So, have any other dreams?
I saw this symbol a lot. Your symbol, your that.
Okay.
It was on fire.
Oh.
It was like my feeling isn't that it was burning up, but more that it was a blaze, like in a good way. Sometimes it's hard to describe these dreams because a lot of it has to do with feeling and not just vision. This to me seemed like it was a beacon.
Okay. And did it point you anywhere? Did anything else?
No. I think after the bear attack, my dreams were kind of chaos and all over the place.
That's fair.
Kind of more so than normal. I mean, usually they're not always coherent as a story, but it was pretty chaotic last night.
So just the beacon on fire. That was it?
I also saw, so in Oceangarde, I would go there with Delius to pick up supplies. There's some magic store there that carries some of his preferred methods for mind-altering states. And they know us. They know, I'm sure that they would recognize me. But anyway, I've been there a couple of times and I saw their sign, like the shop's sign in my dreams.
Do you think we should head there?
I think it's a good place to start. I mean, I can possibly pick up more supplies or see if there's something I can use to help us when we get there.
Okay. Okay, then that's where we're going. Should we, when we get closer to the city, do you think that we should drop the horse in the cart? Or do you think we should ride into the city?
I think if we leave the horse in the cart outside of Oceangarde, we'll never see it again.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah, no, we should just take it with us. And I can go into the shop when we get there. You should probably stay with it.
That's fine. How are the streets in Oceangarde?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's outright crime.
But there's outright crime.
But there's outright crime. Yeah, it's a pretty shady place. I'm not really painting Delius in the best light, am I?
I thought we were talking about a magic shop.
Yeah, but he brought me there.
I mean, when you need those kinds of materials to have mind altercations, you may need to deal with some not in the light kind of people.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, my unique childhood laid the groundwork for me to be able to navigate these areas a little bit. I have a feeling that's part of why Delius might have taken me along.
Okay. Well, if you trust him, then so will I. And if you trust that that's going to be the place we need to go, then that's where we're going to go.
I mean, it's not like I've known him my whole life and I kind of nudge you, but I trust him as much as I can trust someone that I've known for 2 years.
That's not going to happen in 2 years.
Yep. Sure can.
A moment of silence for our normal life.
Yeah.
Loaded proclamation. A lot can happen in 2 years.
A lot can happen in 2 days, apparently.
Yeah.
Just insert sounds of screaming.
Yeah, it's been a little chaotic.
Picture of burning. This is fine.
So I guess we're going to get ready to go.
Okay.
I'm going to see if the bear tracks came back before we leave.
Okay. You take a quick look around and you do not, you see where the bear came in, kind of moved around. You had a little altercation and it ran back off and you don't see it coming back.
Okay. All right. I'm going to check on the horse. All right, buddy. You ready? Ready to go?
He seems ready to go.
All right.
You hitch him to the wagon.
We're still a day or two outside of Oceangarde?
Yeah, I mean, if you pushed it, it would take you the rest of today and most of tomorrow to get there.
I'll try to push it as much as I can, but I'd rather arrive sooner than later.
Okay.
Into a place where they might be expecting us to be.
Okay.
Because I'm sure that if they took a boat, they'd get there yesterday.
Yeah, they'll get there very quickly if they took a boat. So,
I just want to make sure that we're not exhausting the horse, though. Like, we don't want to make it lame.
No. Today's going to be the push day. Tomorrow's going to be the easier day. So even if I'd like to be there by nightfall, if we can. And I'm not going to push them to tomorrow. I'm going to push them today.
Okay. As we are traveling, if I could look to see if I can find any like berries, mushrooms that are edible, like that kind of thing. And I don't mean as an edible, I mean like for sustenance. Apple trees, you know.
Okay.
Unless you want to take an extra day and scavenge a little bit.
I think I just kind of want to watch as we're traveling.
Okay.
And I think that'll...
Roll me either survival or nature, whichever you would prefer in this case. And we'll just use it as a general check for the day.
Ironically, I'm proficient in survival, but I'm still going to go with nature considering the bonus. Holy Jesus. Okay, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay.
Okay. So, during the day, you are on the cart heading around the bay. It's actually a really beautiful drive because every once in a while the road kind of veers over towards the cliffs and you can see out to the ocean. Then it'll wind back in and you'll be a little further inland where it's a lot of plains. There's some areas of semi-dense foliage, but for the most part, it's fairly flat area. There are lots of birds. It's a nice blue sky day. And Zamira, every once in a while, you'll stop the cart to run over because you see a bush that might have some berries in it. You pick them. And you manage to find one wild apricot tree where you're able to get as many as you want, an entire basket, bushel, whatever, of apricots.
I think I'll dump one of our like smaller bags in the cart and like fill it with the apricots.
Okay.
And then get back to the cart and like
I have an extra bag.
okay,
like-
so if you have an extra bag, I'll just use that. If you don't, I was gonna say I'm gonna take some of that like metal and try and fashion some sort of like section off area to then put the apricots back in and then put the stuff back in the bag.
Okay.
Holy shit.
You get many apricots. And while you're doing this, you hear the sound of a cart approaching you from the direction you're heading. And it's sort of, you hear the wheels turning on the road, as well as like the clop, clop, clop of, they're actually donkeys pulling this cart. And kind of like the clanging of metallic pots or pans or something, and some jingling. And as you see coming towards you, there is a peddler heading your way.
Okay. Is there anything you need?
I don't know. Do you think they have anything? I would always love some extra everything.
I mean, yeah, maybe we wave and see what they have.
So I'll just like put a hand out knowing that he needs to stop, and we stop.
So as the cart approaches, she sees your hand and she slows down and she's like, "Hi, my name's Mila." And you see this little gnome woman hop down from the cart.
Hi, Mila.
"Hi, are you looking for something? Do you need help? Would you like to see my wares?"
Yeah, we would like to see your wares. I'm Zamira.
"Hi, it's nice to meet you."
You too.
She's just looking at you expectantly.
Hi, I'm Sander.
"Oh, nice to meet you."
Sorry, I'm not good with people.
That's okay.
And
Okay.
I think he's a little mad at me. But he's okay.
Well, what are you interested in? I have food. I have lots of different trinkets, and you're looking at her cart, and it is the most organized mess you've ever seen in your life. There's just all kinds of weird things hanging. There's like wind chimes, but they're like bent and twisted, and there's like pots and pans, as well as like a large egg that's just like red and speckled, and you can't tell if it's real or if it's like a replica or something, but just everything all over the place.
I would like to look at a couple of things that you have here, but I know that we're definitely interested in some food.
Oh, sure. What kind of food? Are you looking for things that travel well, or are you looking for things that are just fun to eat now? I have some pastries. but I mean, they'll
Char
get...
like kind of peeks out from behind the cart. Pastries, you say?
Yeah. I just finished baking them early this morning.
Chair.
I think we definitely need some food that travels well, but what kind of pastries?
Oh, well, I found some wild blueberries yesterday, so I made some like little blueberry tarts, like little hand pies. They're very tasty.
Oh, I'll take 4 of those.
Okay. And she opens like a door on her cart, and you see that there's just like stacks of like breads and pastries and all kinds of good things. And she grabs 4 of the little blueberry pies and sticks them in like a brown paper bag.
And then I'll take some of that and 2 of those, and I think one of, like, if I can get the bigger one there, and I'm just pointing at various like, foods and stuff.
She looks at the bag.
Well. Thinks it travel well.
She looks at
that's what I'm aiming for, the travel well food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She looks at the brown paper bag that she got, and she's like, oh, this isn't big enough. And so she puts it off to the side for a second. She gets out like a big bag. She brings it over and she starts like putting all the other stuff in.
I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
Yeah.
And then like what kind of trinkets do you have there?
Oh, I have so many trinkets. What kind of thing are you looking for? Like jewelry or something fun that you can like sit on a shelf, or like what are you interested in? Things that are kind of like weird and out there. I like
weird.
You like weird?
I like weird.
Can I check out the egg like from a distance and see if it's like real or fake?
Yeah. You walk over to the egg and you look at it a little closer, and it definitely looks like a real egg. It's not painted.
What in the heck? What kind of egg is this? Like,
oh, I don't know.
Fascinating.
And to you, Zamir, she's like, okay. You have to tell me if things are too weird, and we'll go up from there.
You don't have to gauge it, he says from a distance.
And the first thing she pulls out is a deck of cards.
No, avoid at all costs.
And she says, look, I found these cards, and they're very interesting. People use them to tell the future.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that.
Okay, she hands them over to you. And you flip them over and look at them, and they look like a standard tarot deck.
Okay.
But there's because you flip it over, you kind of like look, and you're like, it's just a tarot deck. You flip it over, you grab the first card, and when you flip it over, there is a woman on this card that looks like you.
I slap that card back down. Yep, I'm gonna take these.
Okay. And she's like, okay, I will add that to your order. And do you want the egg?
Can I think about it? Yeah, something tells me that she's going to get some more stuff. She's your best sales pitch.
Okay. Are you still looking at more stuff?
I mean, how much have I spent with you already?
Oh, well,
How much for the deck of cards?
She starts tallying it all up. I could probably let all of this go for like 10 gold.
Okay, yeah. We're coming up on our budget real quick. All good.
Oh no, I might need to rethink this deck of cards.
Just so I have a gauge. How much for the egg?
Oh, the egg. I've only ever seen one like this, so it's a little expensive. I'm asking like 50 gold for it.
Okay. No. I just need to know. You're good.
Okay.
And he turns around. Oh, God. Stupid chair. God.
Zamira, you are getting overwhelmed looking at this cart because it's one of the. Have you ever seen? This is a little meta, but you know those pictures where people are like the longer I look at it, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
This is the longer you look at this cart.
You mean life?
Yeah. You keep seeing more stuff that just draws your attention. There is a strand that looks like, you know, like garlic bulbs, they hang them down, but instead of bulbs of garlic, it's like old doorknobs. And you're like, why are there just doorknobs there? And there's a set of like a pan flute there, but it looks like it's made of bone. And you see at one point there's like a bronze pentacle with like a rat's head mounted in the center. And like around all these things, there's like happier stuff. There's actual like flower garlands and just like pictures. But like everywhere you look, these strange items draw your attention.
Tell me more about bones.
But what do you need to know about bones?
Like that piece right there.
Oh, the bone pipes?
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, I don't really know. I trade for things that I find interesting or exciting that I think like my customers might be interested in, and I just acquire a lot of fun things.
Do you have any things with symbols on them?
What kind of symbols?
Yes.
Well, she points towards the pentacle with the rat head, like that?
Is there a symbol on it?
Yeah, the pentacle.
You know what I mean? Like something that I recognize. Sorry.
No, nothing like the
I'm looking
pendant.
for like religious iconography.
Yeah. You don't see anything that looks celestial in nature. You do see things that give you bad vibes, though. Things that...
Bad vibe.
Things that...
Isn't that your aesthetic?
Yeah. Like the pentacle for instance, and some other things that are around that give you like that give Amara pause. Not in like a, oh, that's evil sort of way, but in a this is related to things that are like the opposite of what we believe in. You know, like this is like the other side of that coin.
So nothing on my side of the coin.
No.
Okay. Just for the record, how much did your mother give you?
40 gold.
Okay, so we're at actually 36.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
So I really, really like this, but I don't think I can take it.
What?
But why?
I don't have enough money for that.
But you seem to enjoy them so much.
I know, and I
Are you
do.
talking about the cards?
Yeah.
They're the cards with everything and the cards. It's only 10 gold, right? Just so I understand that. Yeah.
Well, do you have
Never
anything
mind, I
you
know
could
where we're
trade?
Well, I have this dagger.
I try not to really trade in weapons. That's the kind of stuff that can get you looked at by the guards.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what?
right.
I respect it. He's still looking at the egg.
I have some of this magical paper.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not really interested in that sort of thing.
That's fair.
What if I made it like 9 gold? I mean, you are buying a lot of pastries, so I can give you a little bit of a discount, but I have to make money too, you know?
Oh, I get it. I know. Okay, I'll take it. I love it. You're right. I love it.
Okay, I'm so glad you love it. And she hands over the big bag of like breads and pastries and
Wait a
whatever
minute.
stuff you pick. Oh, and the cards.
We have some steel beams in the back. Would you be interested in any of those?
Let me take a look.
Yeah.
And she like walks over to your cart and like looks up in the back because she can barely see over the...
Oh, sorry. I like tilt down the...
She's like, I might be able to do something with... You know what? Just, how about you give me 2 of those pieces and I'll make it 8 gold.
Works for me.
Yep, all good. All good.
She's like, yes, I think I could make something out of these. And Char, you go to help her like lift these up, and she immediately just takes one in each hand. And these things look like they weigh twice as much as her, if not more. And she just picks them up easily and starts walking back over to her cart
Char
and
just does not move, just
puts
stares at her
them
the entire
back in the
time,
cart.
just like
I do like a very obvious, like, what the fuck? Like my whole shoulder, like everything, I'm like bent over looking at this happening, and I look at you like, okay.
he's just stunned. He goes and looks at the rest of them and then looks back, tries to pick one of them up. How heavy is it?
I try to pick it up with my 8 score.
Sure, you pick it up. These each feel like they weigh probably close to 50 pounds.
And he's gonna look at you like, holy
And
shit.
Zamira, it takes 2 hands for you to lift one up.
Hi, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Oh, it's Mila?
Mila, I really like you.
I really like you too. Where are you guys headed to Oceangarde?
We're just passing through the area.
Oh. Okay, well I'm heading to Saltspire. I'm hoping to sell some of my wares at the Spice Fair. If you guys are heading back there, maybe you could find me. Okay.
There's someone that you should definitely talk to. Her name is Dahlia, and you can find her in the Castle District.
Oh.
She's interested in unique pieces too.
Oh, perfect. I'll look her up. Does she have like a storefront or something like that?
I mean, yeah, you can find her over in the name of the place that I forgot. Hold on one second.
The Astros Emporium.
You can find her over in the Astros Emporium.
Oh, I've heard of that place. It's huge.
It is huge. Yeah. So I'm just for this little piece of information, because I'm sure you're going to make a lot of money with her. I would be very grateful if you didn't mention to anyone there that you saw me.
Oh.
I also
Of
heard that
course.
there was a fantastic glass worker in town, and he has fantastic wares, and I'm sure he needs some cash right now.
Okay. What's his name?
You know, I forget.
Oh. Okay,
I didn't forget.
I'll look around for glass workers. But thank you for all of your help. And she looks around, she's like, For just that, I'm gonna give you a special present for helping me. And she pulls a rabbit's foot that's like hooked on a chain off of her wagon, and she hands it to you.
Thank you.
She's like, I think I've heard they're lucky,
Yeah.
and I thought maybe, you could use a little luck.
How long is the chain?
It's short, like you could probably wear like a bracelet.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask, because I'm immediately going to put it on. Like, I'm really proud to have received this from her. And just like, is it okay if I hug you?
Of course.
I feel really good about our fated meeting.
Me too. I really hope we meet up again.
Me too.
I do this trip between Oceangarde and Saltspire a lot, so if you guys are around, hopefully we'll run into each other again.
I would love that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going. I want to try to get to Saltspire by nightfall, but I don't know if I'm going to have time.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting to our destination before nightfall either, but
Definitely not. If you're going to Oceangarde, but if you stop, there is a tavern. It's called the Midway Tavern, because it's like halfway between the two. But I mean, it's great. The people who run it are super honest. There's usually a room available. They make decent food. So
great. That's awesome.
yeah. Okay. Well, it was so nice meeting you. It was nice meeting you too.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
I'm gonna
also, and he's still just like, how the hell did she lift those beams?
She rushes over to her cart and just kind of like hops up, and she clicks the reins on her donkeys, and they start like down the road, and she waves at you both.
I'm not gonna leave
I wave
until
too.
she's off at the distance, but I am waving.
Yeah.
So when we get back in the cart, I'm going to take out my journal, and I'm going to sketch her as best as I can.
Okay.
If he sees you doing this, he's gonna warn you when there's a rock or a bump coming.
Okay.
Bump! God damn it! So I guess we're going to the halfway tavern.
Yeah, that
The Midway
seems
Tavern?
like
Midway
a
Tavern.
smart idea.
Have you ever heard of that before?
No, but like, what do you see when you look at this card?
What card?
And I'm going to show him the same card that I looked at, like from that deck.
Is it look like her?
Yeah, it looks 100% like Zamira. Like, it's not even like, oh, this sort of looks like you.
It's like very blatant.
It's very blatantly her, as if somebody sketched her on this card.
This is why I needed this deck.
Can I see that?
Yeah, here.
There's not like runes or any iconography on it anywhere in the picture.
The card that Zamira flips over to show you that looks so much like her. You see an image of Zamira standing there in like a flowing outfit that sort of like looks like the breeze, and her hair's kind of blowing. And behind her is a large full moon. And inscribed on the card is, in fact, the moon.
Anything else?
Nothing in the way of like symbolism that would draw your attention.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was like runes or anything on the cards.
No runes, nothing like that. These do seem to be like handmade cards. This is not something that's like printed or just stamped. Somebody hand drew all these things.
How old do you think?
There's no yellowing or crinkling of the cards, so probably in the past, decade or two. I mean, unless they were well taken care of, then it's hard to say.
Decade or so.
So as you're looking through it, I'm flipping through the other cards in this deck. How many cards did you say there were?
There are 22 cards in the deck.
Okay.
And as you are flipping through them, you do notice that there are not people drawn on all of them, but on many of the cards, there are people. And another catches your eye. And there's a card that looks, it's Char.
Holy shit.
Well, I know the detail on this is just insane. It looks exactly like you.
Yeah, and this one looks exactly like you, and I give you the card.
I'm gonna check out that card, I guess.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It looks exactly like you, Char, as if somebody had seen you yesterday and drawn you on this card.
Okay. What the hell is happening right now?
I have absolutely no idea. This seems like somebody is telling me a story and my brain is disassociating into the story. This does not feel real. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, stop. Let's just pause. Go through the rest of the deck and see if there's anybody else that you recognize.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of semi-quickly go through the deck. I can't focus, and I'm gonna pass it to you.
Okay. Sure.
Hold on 1 second before we start rushing through the deck. Char, on your card, on the star, you see yourself, and you are kneeling next to a pool of water. And above your head, there is a night sky with stars, and you see there's like a glowing cylinder in the center, and branching off from it there are stars with small tethers drawn to this cylinder in the center.
How many?
There are 5.
Okay, I'm gonna run back to Zem's card. Is there anything specifically like that, or was it just the moon?
No, it's just the moon on her card.
Okay. Zem, do you see anything else on your card that I can't?
So on either of our cards, are we wearing the things that we're wearing? Like, do I have my pendulum? Does he have his?
No, as a matter of fact, the clothing that you are wearing is not something that either of you have ever owned. Your outfit, Zem, is a flowing gown that is this like purple and blue, almost like, night sky motif flowing away from you. Very royal feeling. You've never owned anything like this, and you wouldn't dress like this.
Mm-hmm.
And Char, what you're wearing is like a fancy doublet, also something you would see people wearing in court. But not but not here. And yours is also in that same blue and purple motif.
Does the landscape look like here, like where we are?
There's not really enough of it to be able to tell.
So
Okay.
nondescript stuff specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can you be nondescript specifically? So I the only other thing that I'm noticing on this is just like, what the hell are we wearing?
Some really shitty clothes that we escaped in.
Not,
Covered in charcoal.
oh my god. In the card.
But that's not. It looks like us, but it's not us. I've never worn that before. I don't even know what the hell that is.
This.
What? Do you own what they're wearing in the card?
No, but people can paint, draw, sketch, doodle, whatever they want. To have gotten our faces and our builds so specifically, this has to be us.
Okay, but have you ever worn that?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I haven't worn that either.
They've just drawn us in whatever they wanted to.
Okay, or divination wizard. It's what's going to happen.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what is this? What are these clothes?
I don't know. Would he know what they are really? Like specifically like court, or are they older attire that he wouldn't know?
These clothes look almost ethereal. Not like anything that you've seen anybody wear around here. So either they're like representations, like something that somebody imagined and just drew. It feels very much something like that, like something that somebody drew in a fairy tale.
Okay.
I don't know. This is just weird.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the deck real quick. It's fine. I'm just gonna see if I recognize anything else.
The only card that you immediately recognize, Char, is the Tower card. And on that card, you see a large white tower jutting up in the center that comes to a point. It almost looks jagged, like a mountain. And there is a storm raging in the background and people falling off of this tower to their death. But standing in front of it, you see the white cloaked figure from that night in the garden at Ascension Point.
The one that was with...
With Adhara, yes.
That is not a good card in traditional tarot. That is a bad, bad card.
Okay. And it literally looks just like the cloak, no face description. No face, like...
Yeah, where the face is,
detail.
there's like a black circle. The head is also cast down, so you can't make out anything about this person.
Zem, I think we should keep these cards hidden very well.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull the tower card and show you. If this is something that has happened, then these are all people we're probably going to meet again.
This card is the epitome of bad vibes.
Good. Great. Just what I wanted. Bad vibes.
Here too, right? Bad vibes here.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm. Yeah, bad vibes.
Bad vibes. Yeah.
I'm just going to put all the cards together and hand them to you. When you get a chance. And when you're in a better headspace, you need to see if you recognize anybody else. Because if this is the case, then we need to try to recognize these faces when they pop up.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. I'm not. Then when we get to the
Midway Inn?
no, Oceangarde, and we can get to that magic store, I'll look for a pouch or something to put these in that I can hide on my person, because I don't trust really leaving this anywhere, and we don't have like a space at the moment.
Okay. Have you used cards for divination before?
I have. Do you want me to try?
I think you need to be in a better state of mind to do that before we try that.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to try to find the Midway Inn. Tavern?
Yeah, it's tavern.
Tavern.
Tavern inn. It's both. All right. You pack up your things, a little shaken up, and head the rest of the way. The rest of your day goes off without a hitch. You manage to scavenge all these apricots, all these berries. You have tons of bread and pastries, as well as some like things that travel better, like I don't know, graham crackers.
Should have given her some damn apricots.
She's as strong as an ox. Goddamn delicious baker. What the hell was that woman?
Mila, my new favorite.
I know the name.
No. I know. I'm saying she is my favorite thing about the past couple of days so far.
Eventually, the two of you find yourselves at the Midway Tavern. And as you pull up in your wagon, you can already hear the music pouring out the front door, which is hanging open. And there's, candlelight and stuff glowing on the inside. It's not quite dark out yet, but it is starting to get to that like dusk time of day. And this tavern area is very inviting. You hear somebody playing a piano, somebody playing a lute. There are people singing. There's a raucous crowd. People are getting into it. There is an area for you to park your wagon and hitch your horse for the night.
I'm going to... How much charcoal is still left in my hair?
At this point, a lot of it has come out, so you can add more if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going to reapply the charcoal,
okay.
Just in case.
Reapply. Zem, will you be doing the same?
Yeah, I probably should.
Okay.
Just dirty it up.
Freaking, here's my real name.
Yeah. What? I've never been on the run before.
Neither have I.
You both dirty your hair up again. And, I mean, especially in the dimmer lighting, it makes it look passably brown. So, what are you guys doing when you head in?
Panicking. So, how many people are actually in here?
You look inside and you see that behind the bar there are two people. There is an older gentleman, probably in his 60s, late 60s. Very sprightly, though. He's running around from person to person, getting drinks for everybody. And then there is a younger woman working with him, probably in her early 20s. And she is...
Is she like manning the bar?
She is behind the bar, but she's more getting drinks and then taking them out to the tables and serving the tables. Every once in a while, you see a woman, probably in her 40s, somewhere late 40s. She comes out of the back kitchen with plates of food, and she's also taking that to the tables.
So she's probably the cook.
Yes.
Okay.
And then as far as patrons in the establishment, you see probably a good 20 people here.
Oh, wow.
There are quite a few carts also parked outside, so.
Was there any, like, I don't want to, not valet, but, like, was there any place to, like, pay for them to be stored for the night?
You don't see any place to pay or anything like that, no.
Is there any sort of, like, intake reception area for, like, requesting a room at the inn? Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine, sorry. My foot shouldn't have been there. You don't see any place like that. You're assuming that this all goes through the bar.
Okay. So I guess we just make our way to the bar?
I guess. I've never done this before.
You've never been to a tavern before?
No, actually.
Okay. All right.
I was just panicked. Eye twitching.
As you walk in, you see the people performing. They're singing about the great battles between the Orc Nation and, humanity who banded together to push them back. And that's why the bar is, getting into it. You step up to the bar, and the older gentleman looks towards you and says, can I help you?
I'm going to be flirty but not aggressive.
And then there's just me behind her, stiff as a board.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm great. What can I get you?
I'll have 2 pints of whatever you have, and also, do you have any room here for the evening?
Perfect. He immediately turns around and he starts filling up 2 pint glasses at the casks behind him, and he says, we only have 1 room left for the night, so if you and your boyfriend there are okay sharing a room, I'll get you a room for the night.
Yeah, that works.
Char's just staring off in the corner, just what is happening here? What is going on?
The man behind the counter is just paying you no mind, and he's focused on you, and he's like, all right, for the pints in the room, that'll be 5 silver.
Okay. All right.
Did you order food as well?
Can we just open like a tab and we'll pay?
Sure, what name should I put it under?
Xander.
Do you have a name? All right, Xander it is. Perfect.
I just met him, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha. He slides the pints over towards you. And he goes back to the next person filling their glasses.
Char is just pure panic right now.
Here, honey, why don't you find us a table to sit at?
Just with his eyes. Honey?
Yes.
Yes. Dear.
He's got a lot of money. I'm sorry, he comes from a lot of money. He told me he comes from a lot of money. I might want to check that out, actually.
Char snickers.
I might want to check that out.
The older gentleman kind of leans forward and he's like, you're too good for him.
I mean, and I wink.
Meanwhile, the woman from the kitchen sees you, Char, sitting down at this table that hasn't been quite cleaned yet, and she runs over. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me try to get that." And she's trying to clean up plates and
it's okay. It's okay.
I'm
just gonna help push it to the corner.
Okay. Do you need anything? Can I get you anything? Are you hungry?
Yes, food surprises.
I can do that. And she takes a big pile of dishes off the table, and she's walking back carefully. And Char, you sit down. Zem, what are you doing?
Is there anyone over at the bar?
There are 3 men seated at the stools. That's the word I'm looking for. At the bar. They're kind of all talking together, and when they're ready for another pint, they just slide the glass forward.
Does anything seem identifiable or unique about them? Meaning, do they have any kind of insignias or costumes, the wrong word, uniforms or anything on them?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, well, yep, that's a 9.
You do not notice anything about the men, and they're not talking about anything that interesting. They're just talking about their travels, how excited they are to get home, things like that. Nothing identifiable about them.
Okay. I'm going to make my way over to Char, but I'm going to do a sweep, just to see if I'm worried about guards and anyone that might be looking for us. So
you don't see anybody in guard uniforms out here. This place is outside of the realm of Saltspire, so there's nobody garbed in that way here. The only thing you notice with your 9 is that there is a table in the front. So if you're looking at the map, in the lower right corner of the map, up on that raised platform area, there is a table there. There's a 4-seater, but there's just one woman sitting there by herself. And she's drinking, not out of a pint glass, but out of a wine glass. And she has some food in front of her, and she's watching everybody around her very intently, but nobody's engaging with her, and she's not engaging with anybody else.
Does she look hostile? Like, does she look like she's,
Is it
No.
Mila?
No, this person is, she's probably like 5'6", average human height.
Okay.
But she does not look hostile. She just looks like she has her eyes open, just surveying what's happening around her.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go and sit with Char.
While she's walking around, I'm going to start. If I can subtly cast it, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Char, you are in the middle of casting. How far out does Detect Magic go?
It is a 30-foot sphere. Damn.
Okay. Perfect. So, Char, you are in the middle of casting this spell, and you're very focused. And just as it's about to go off, the younger woman who's carrying around the pint glasses comes over and she sits down at the table next to you, and she's like, "Oh, these people, they're running me ragged today."
I'm
Hi.
sorry to hear that. Hi,
What's your name?
Xander.
Hi, I'm Juliet. It's nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. And this is the person that was behind the bar?
Mhm.
Like the
younger woman, she's
Okay.
like early 20s. She has short brown hair and brown eyes. She's slender.
So I'm going to stop the casting. I'm just going to keep an eye out because I've never been to this kind of establishment before. Like, that's going to be a story for another day. So, do you work here?
Oh, yeah, this is my grandfather's tavern. I help out. My mother's the cook.
Oh, how long has this been here? I've never.
Oh, I mean, basically forever. My family's owned this forever. We don't get a lot of cute guys here, though.
Oh, that's a shame. I love cute guys.
She looks at you.
He's like trying to be snarky and funny, but he's not doing a very good job of it.
She looks at you, confused, like, "Oh, you're really funny." But she's like a little like,
Okay. So, like, what kind of people come through here then, if not cute guys?
Oh, it's just mostly traders or craftsmen, people making their trip around the bay but can't afford a boat or something like that.
Interesting. All right.
Is that why you're here? You can't afford a boat?
It's more that I don't trust the ocean.
That's fair, I guess. What, are you afraid of sharks? Sea monsters?
I'm definitely scared of some things that are in the water. Yes.
You're an interesting person.
Thank you, I think.
At this point, Zem, you come walking over and see this girl obviously trying to flirt with Char and getting nowhere.
Just help me.
So, as I come over, I'm gonna say, "Hi, honey," like loudly, and then I'm gonna kiss you on the cheek. And then, "Hi, how are you? Who are you?"
Oh, hi. I'm Juliet. I was just taking a break. You know,
I get it. It's
I've
busy
been
in
on
here.
my feet all day. Yeah. I'll let you guys get back to whatever. Sorry. And she just like awkwardly leaves and walks away.
No worries. Have a good night. Thank you. So they think we're together here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have told. I couldn't have figured that out.
Mainly because I said we were.
Shit.
Listen, I can't travel alone, and also we don't want to raise suspicion, so...
I understand. You look down and most of his beer is gone.
You're also wealthy? Just go with it. Just go with it.
Does it look like I come from money?
My
My cloak is inside out.
Listen, I said that you told me you were from money, so maybe I'm just really
I can
naive.
Be a liar? No, I can't. I'm a terrible liar.
But I can be naive.
But you're not. Okay, we're just going to run with that one. That's an easier lie. Me being a good liar.
Okay. All right. We got this.
All right,
got
I'm going
this.
to try to recast Detect Magic. And also, I am casting it with a spell slot, so it goes off.
Okay. At this
Can
point,
you just, like, cover me for a second?
you cast Detect Magic, and the first thing that hits you like a huge wave is the pendulum around Zamira's neck. It is giving off strong divination vibes. It's so bright, in fact, that it's anything else on her person is almost obscured by it.
I was trying to look at the cards as well, but I guess that's not going
to No, the cards are also going off, but they're not as strong as this pendulum. They are also divination magic.
Okay. Anything magical on anybody here?
As you glance around,
because I'm looking at the tavern, I don't know if that's going to cover everything. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, it's close. It might not hit the corners.
I'm fine with it covering everything. That's fine. The woman in the front corner of the room that I mentioned to Zamira.
The 3 extra spots.
Yes. She has something in her pocket that is giving off strong evocation vibes.
Okay. Hey. And nothing else in the tavern is magical as far as I can tell?
Hold on, let me check. Aside from those, you don't notice anything else. No.
Okay. Zem, what kind of magic is evocation again?
These are like big effect. Big.
Okay, so I am not worried at all about the woman in the corner.
All right. That is something that we're going to have to keep in our pocket.
Okay, so what are we looking at?
I'm sorry, wait a second. Let's roll that back for a second. You said that like it's like just emanating from a pocket?
That was what I said, yes. And he's going to ask for another beer.
So I guess it's possible that there's some sort of like a focus, like this is a focus.
Maybe, but and then he's just like still blinded by that. Yep, I don't think it's like that though.
This feels more like just a standard magic item.
Okay.
So at this point, the woman from the back comes out and she lays out in front of you a platter of some like roasted meats. This is like chicken, goose, something, some sort of fowl, and some roasted potatoes and some steamed green beans. And then she brings out a large like apple tart. And she sets it down on the table. She's like, this is what we have left. I hope that this is good enough.
This looks delicious. And I didn't realize I was this hungry until I saw it. I'm going to dig in.
Feel free. Yep, absolutely. We'll just put it on your tab, Xander.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And she heads back.
So you got to figure out what the hell your name's going to be.
What about...
You can think about that tonight.
I mean, but it should be something that suits me.
I agree. It should be something that could be easily recalled.
That's what I'm literally doing at the table. Like,
This is fantastic.
It is really good.
So, the rest of the evening, nothing crazy happens. Nobody accosts you. The only other thing of note is that eventually a man comes into the tavern late. The two of you were actually getting ready to go to sleep. You had finished your dinner, and the woman in the front corner was still there, and a man walks in, and he's dressed all in greens and browns. It looks like he's trying to have some sort of camouflage effect. And he has a green hood pulled up, but you can see his face. He also looks human. He's about 5'10", and he doesn't head to the bar or anywhere. He walks in and immediately makes the right and goes up and sits down at the table with that woman.
With her, okay.
Yes. And the two of them start having a conversation.
Do they look like they're trying to like shrink more and like be out of, like, are they trying to hide, basically?
It's not so much that they're trying to hide. It's that you don't... When they're speaking, their mouths are barely moving, almost like they're speaking in like a hushed tone. You're kind of far away and it's loud in here, so you can't really tell that. But they look like they're only focused on each other, but whatever they're speaking about is very serious.
Okay. So I guess we just kind of keep our eyes on that couple, whether or not they're actually a couple.
Okay. I'm going to go check on the horses while he's in here.
Alina.
I'm sorry?
That's my name.
Okay, great. Alina, do you want me to go check on the horse?
Do we need to check on the horse?
We have not checked on the horse in 2 hours. How long have we
Probably
been in
been close to 2 hours at this point.
Is he in a stable? Like,
I didn't think that was a... I thought
He's hobbled it. Like they have like a post to hobble your horse out front.
I was less concerned about the horse and what's in our cart at the moment.
The apricots.
like our food?
No, to see if anybody's trifled through it.
I think you're being paranoid.
I am paranoid by nature, apparently.
I mean, if you want, yeah, sure.
Okay. I will be right back. Detect magic as soon as I stand up. I want to see if he has anything magical on him.
You do detect that the bow he has slung over his back is magical. It's been enchanted.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
And does she have anything new on her that's magical?
No.
Okay.
When he leaves, if I know the song that's playing, I'm probably going to get up and dance.
Okay. You get up and go dance, and eventually some of the other people come over and join you. Everybody's having a good time.
I am paying enough attention for safety. Like, I'm not like letting people get like super close to me and stuff like that, but like I'm, just enjoying the first moment of any kind of brevity we've had in days.
Yeah, when you get up and you go dance and other people start to join you and the atmosphere sort of starts picking up again. It had died down a bit, but now everybody's just going crazy. And the bard who was playing the lute actually throws the lute back over in the corner, and he comes over and he asks you if you'll dance with him.
Sure.
And the two of you start dancing all over the place. He's a fantastic dancer because he's a bard. Mm-hmm. And Char, The
reason I popped Detect Magic was because it lasts for 10 minutes.
Yes.
So when I'm walking outside, I'm looking specifically for magical things, including other people's cards.
Okay. Number one, nobody has trifled through your cart. Cool. Your cart seems fine. Secondly, you notice that one of the other carts does have magic radiating off of it.
Just the cart as a whole, or something in the cart?
Something in the cart.
Okay.
Hold on a moment while I figure out what kind of magic it might be. Because...
Does it seem like
I'm trying to call it like an enchantment. It's fine.
Magic enchantment. Okay. Does it seem like that is a newer cart or an older cart that was stationed here before? Based on like where it is like on the line.
This cart looks like it's just arrived. It's a newer cart.
Gotcha. And all I can see that it's enchanted.
Yes.
Is there the other thing, even though it's not been trifled through, was there any footsteps around our cart, or seems like footsteps that weren't specifically from people that were in the carts?
No, nothing that you've noticed. Honestly, it looks exactly the way you left it.
Okay. Is there anybody else out here with me?
You don't see anybody right now.
Just like a quick, brush back the, thaumaturgy to, blow back the opening in the back of the cart and see if I can see what it is.
Okay. You do that, and there is a crate.
Just the whole crate, or what's in the crate?
No. Whatever is in the crate is what is enchanted, but this thing is in a crate, and it is nailed shut in the back of the cart.
Oh, I'm so curious. So curious. Fuck it. I'm grabbing my crowbar.
All right.
I'm going to do the thing where it's just you know how when you open a box, you do the corners first so you can easily just nail it back down. I'm doing that.
Okay.
I just want to see what it is. I have no intentions of taking it probably, but I really want to know.
Okay. So you start getting to work trying to pry the corners up. You're trying to be so quiet about it. I need you to roll me Are you trying to be super strong, rip it open quickly, or are you trying to be sneaky quiet?
Stealthy as shit.
Sleight of hand, then. Same time,
Guidance.
you are dancing. Char hasn't come back. You are with the bard. He says that his name is Emil. And he's like, what are you doing here all by yourself? I see your companions left you.
He just went outside for a little bit of air. I think crowds sort of get to him a little bit, and I wasn't ready to leave.
I mean, I can't believe he would leave you alone for somebody like me to come in and sweep you off your feet.
I think that, as charming as you are, sir, I can handle myself.
Well, we'll see about that. I can be quite charming.
23.
You quietly pry open the corners of this, and you start to peek inside. And Zem, you see the two people in the corner get up and start moving, but like leaving.
I'm like headed outside.
And headed outside.
And I'm concerned that he's taken so long, so I'm going to say, we'll see. Can you spin me out?
But we've only started dancing now.
Oh, I don't mean that will be the end. I just want to see how well you can spin me.
Of course. And he like pulls you in and then spins you out.
So I'm gonna like flail out and cause as much of a freaking ruckus as possible, and like I'm trying to distract them from leaving.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
19.
Okay, you fake trip and fall and kind of crash into a table, and he just looks horrified, and he's like, oh my god, I am so sorry, and he's like leaning down, and everybody's like freaking out, and the people do turn and look at you, but then they continue out, like almost like, hey, distraction, we can sneak out, and they start heading outside.
You bought me 3 seconds.
You pry open this container and you look inside, and what you see is a large glass vessel. It is spherical, and I call it a vessel because it's clearly hollow inside, because you can see something swirling inside, but you don't see an opening where you could pour something in. And as you're watching, the whatever's inside starts to coalesce into something, and at that moment you hear two people walking towards you.
I'm just gonna dip at that point. Like, fuck.
You're diving out of the cart?
Just something starts to coalesce, and I'm just like, nope.
Okay.
Going around the cart, I'm gonna stay stealthy if I can. I want to hear what they do.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
21.
They rolled real good. Hold on. So they got a 20 and a 23. Ooh. So the man yells out to you, hey, who's that? Oh, it's probably that boy we saw leave earlier. And he starts walking over towards the cart looking for you.
Yeah, I want to zigzag through the other carts if I can. Just avoiding him as much as possible, and I'm going to try to get back inside. Okay. You take off on a run. Starts saying, he's like, oh, stop him! And full action dash, bonus action, step of the wind. Fuck it out!
So she reaches behind her and she throws a dagger towards you. That's not going to hit you. That's a 10 to hit. So you hear it thunk stick into the wall of the tavern as you dart back in.
Okay, I am going to look at you and head upstairs.
Okay, you run upstairs and duck into the room. I'm assuming you're ducking into the room
that
you rented. Zamir, you see Char run in, give you the... and then run away, and then you see immediately those two people come running back in, searching the room for him. But at this point, you've been picked up off the ground by the other patrons, and they're sort of like checking on you.
I'm just going to loudly be like, that was my fault, but I think I'm just going to go upstairs and turn in for the night. I think I hurt my ankle. I'm not feeling great now. And
Of course. Let me. And Emil's like, let me. I'll pay your tab for the night. Okay.
I mean, that would be lovely, but you don't have to do that.
No, I feel so bad. This was my fault. What's your tab under?
Xander.
Oh, you can pay your own tab. And he walks back up to the stage.
I gotta respect
and picks up his loot.
So close. And I go back upstairs, but I'm gonna make a show of like limping the whole way up the stairs.
Okay. As you're heading up the stairs and limping, you kind of glance over and you see the two people like locking eyes with you as you walk up the steps. But they're sort of searching the crowd still for Char and not seeing him. Eventually, you get to the room where Char's waiting.
What?
I fucked up bad.
What did you do?
So, you know how you're usually the one that has, like, morbid curiosity about everything?
I don't know what you mean, but
yes, you do.
Please continue.
Yeah, I decided to take a page out of your book, apparently.
You went somewhere you shouldn't have?
Yes, I did. That's exactly how I want that phrased.
And I'm assuming you got caught being somewhere you shouldn't have been?
Yep.
And I'm assuming that the two downstairs searching and fairly annoyed are your doing?
That is a fair assumption.
I'm a little bit proud.
I don't know if I want that.
Well, what'd you find?
I didn't take anything. Just for the record, I want that stated.
All right. So noted.
I don't know how to describe what I found.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna start describing like it's a sphere, but it's not a sphere, but there's something like coalescing in it. It was like locked into a crate, and I just like, oh, fuck it. By the way, I would have dropped the crowbar. It is 100% in that cart. Okay. So I will remove crowbar from my inventory. Okay, there is no way I would have taken a crowbar. No, and run.
Well, now you know. How do you feel?
I feel like shit. And also like full of adrenaline, but also not full of adrenaline. What is this feeling?
It's a rush, isn't it?
That's awful.
This is how I felt every time I pulled one over on my mom.
That was different. I would have felt amazing about that.
Well, anyway, I like, you don't know what it is. That doesn't sound familiar to me at all.
Yeah, the guy and the woman were there about something, and I'm gonna explain it and explain that it was enchantment.
Yeah, I might alter that at some point, but for now we'll just say it was a very powerful magical item that
I couldn't tell you what kind of magic it was, but there was something there. And I have never seen anything like that. And there's probably some bad juju magumbo going on.
Okay. I genuinely do not know what to do with this information. They were clearly trying to stick to themselves and were plotting something, but didn't seem all of that evil. Like, I don't know.
I didn't say it was evil. I said it was nefarious. Although I used different wording.
I'm just saying, I don't know that this is worth us sticking our nose into further.
Nope, 100%. I agree with that statement. I think we should let them figure out I did not take anything and then leave.
Okay.
I really hope that's how this is going to work out.
So then...
To bed. I'm going to stay on the floor.
Yeah. I'm going to cast alarm again. I don't
Probably a good choice.
know how big this room is.
It's the smallest room they have. It was the last one available. It's probably maybe like an 8x8.
Okay, so this 20-foot cube is going to give us...
It'll give you plenty of...
So it says no larger than, so I'm going to make it the size of the room. But if I am so skilled, I would like it to be like right outside of our door so that like if someone's to reach for the handle, that would trigger the alarm.
Sure, you can do that.
Sweet.
Easy enough.
Okay.
All right.
I am going to put myself against a wall in the corner.
Okay. You do that. Zamira, you curl up in the bed. Not the most comfortable bed you've ever stayed in, but it's clean.
It's better than the floor of a
Dirty cart.
the floor of a dirty cart and the floor of a all I
I'm
think
fine.
is sarcophagus.
Facts.
Did you say that to me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna toss a pillow at you. Like wordlessly, I'm gonna throw a pillow at you.
Thank you.
All right. You shut the door. There is a deadbolt for you to lock it. There are like thick drapes there because a lot of people like to sleep in after partying too late, so you can pull those drapes shut. And you head to bed. That is where we will cut this episode.
Cool. What was in that crate? Okay, I want to set the record straight on this. I did that for you, audience. I opened the crate for you. Anyway, thanks for listening to this episode of Slay the Stars. As always, you can find us at slaythestars.com. Please add us on social media. We would love to hear from you and grow this community because this is a growing community and it's full of lovely, lovely people. And I am ad-libbing. Can I get a cut, please? Dreams led us to the stars, and we hope you'll continue to join us. Per somnia ad astra. Stay tuned. Intro music by Isaac Vyers. Character designs by Cam Gonzalez. Photos by Rachel Bianchi. Special thanks to Kaylin Williamson. Produced by Leah Hemrick. Graphics designer Jen Kearney. And audio engineer Arthur Polino.